Tesla has stopped selling the Semi, and they've revealed actual details which are different to what we previously thought. I'm going to tell you why I think Tesla has stopped selling the Semi and why the new details are actually better than I expected. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm the Electric Viking. Great to see you. Welcome to all the new subscribers. Welcome back, everyone else. Hope you've had an amazing week. For me, it's been a bit of a crazy week. My voice has been a bit mental. I don't know what's going on with it still. Long COVID. Apparently, whatever that means, long COVID. Does anyone know what that means? Please let me know in the comments, email, whatever. It's baffling to me. Anyhow, there's been a lot of news this week about Tesla. Foremost, most importantly, is their battery change. Their change from using simply standard LFP batteries to the new M3P battery. In my view, this puts Tesla a significant step above all of the competition, that's everyone, including BYD. I know it's crazy, hard to understand, but having a battery that costs what Tesla are paying apparently for their current LFP batteries with 210 watts per kilo of energy density means, you know what? I think they'll eventually put those batteries into the Semi. Now, I'm going to get to why that has a connection to why I think Tesla has stopped selling the Semi. If you go onto Tesla's website right now, you go to order the Semi, you can't anymore. There's no more ability to press order. But there is some interesting new information. There's also some new specs, pictures, and video. 5 years after the Tesla Semi's first original unveiling, we're finally getting close to its release, which Elon Musk has promised will in fact happen before the end of this year, which is pretty good timing considering the government's passage of the Inflation Reduction Act, which includes enormous incentives for commercial electric vehicles. In fact, it looks as though if you order one of these, you're going to get around a $40,000 discount. In California, in some other states, you might get even more than that, but $40,000 US discount on a vehicle like this, that is insane, and it gives you a huge advantage. Why? Operating costs for an electric vehicle, especially when it comes to the simple reality that you're no longer paying for diesel, which is quite expensive right now, would be much, much lower. So you got a huge advantage. If you get an electric truck, your competition doesn't have one, you have a massive financial advantage, one that they just couldn't simply compete with over the long term. Up until recently, Tesla was taking $20,000 reservations for the Semi. Now it's no more. Reservations have stopped, been paused, been put on hold. Who knows until when? No one knows. In addition, we have specifications, details of the truck. It'll do 0 to 60 miles an hour, which is 0 to 98 kilometers an hour in 20 seconds, which is much faster than your average diesel-powered truck. However, it also has 300 miles of range in the base model and 500 miles of range in the higher spec model. Battery options also show us that consumption of the vehicle is under 2 kilowatt hours per mile, which is very efficient. And that includes when it's fully loaded with an 82,000 pound load. Honestly, I think this is actually a lot better than what people realize. That Tesla is onto something here, that they've been working on really, really hard for years now. They're working really hard on the efficiency of this vehicle. And I think Tesla has probably put themselves in position to have the world's best electric truck once they're actually delivered to owners in the next few months. However, there's been a few little changes. For one, Tesla originally claimed the truck would have 4 independent motors and be capable of recharging 400 miles in 30 minutes. Well, that's changed. The Tesla website now says that the Semi will have 3 independent motors instead of the original 4 and be capable of recharging 70% in 30 minutes, meaning it'll charge 350 miles in 30 minutes. Instead of the original 400 miles that Tesla had promised. So it's pretty close, not too far off their original promise. However, to get that kind of charging speed, it's got to be attached to a Tesla Semi charger, specifically made for charging trucks. Now, Tesla calls these new chargers Megacharge because their charging speed is a lot faster than the charging speed of all of Tesla's other electric vehicles. Now, I've seen a various range of images showing Tesla installing Megachargers around North America. So they're currently building these megachargers out so that when truck drivers stop in these locations, they won't have to wait forever for their vehicle to recharge as you would if it was charging at a slower rate. Electric says that in previous iterations of the Semi, the prototype used a set of extension cords to combine the power of multiple supercharger stalls into one. This new megacharger installation could be an evolution of that idea. 5 ports are combined together into one big charge cord. So what's the actual charging speed? Well, the box in the photo here has 5 ports labeled 480 volt, 400 amps. If we put on 5 ports times 192 kilowatt, then we get a combined wattage of 960 kilowatts, so around 1 megawatt charging speed. If the Semi can get 500 miles at 2 kilowatt hours per mile, that means it would have a 1 megawatt size battery. And to charge to 70% of range, 700 kilowatt hours in 30 minutes, you would need a 1.4 megawatt charging speed from 0 to 80% battery charge. That means peak charging rates would need to be higher than 1.4 megawatts because charging speeds usually taper off at higher states of charge. However, these calculations could all be incorrect because Tesla says that average consumption is less than 2 kilowatt hours per mile. What that means, if Tesla's consumption was say 1.5 kilowatt hours per mile, then the battery would only be 750 kilowatt hour battery. So the reality is right now, nobody knows the size of the battery packs in these vehicles. I don't know if Sandy Munro is going to buy one and take it apart so we can find out, but it's going to be really interesting to actually eventually find out the size of these packs. Tesla doesn't normally talk about that. Now, to give you a comparison of the Tesla Semi with the Rivian and Ford Lightning pickup trucks, those pickup trucks consume somewhere around 1 kilowatt hour per mile when towing a large trailer. However, they're much lighter and have less rolling resistance than the Tesla Semi. So that means if Tesla actually can achieve 1.5 kilowatt hours per mile in consumption, that would be an incredible efficiency feat. We don't know if this is actually true yet. I'm going to guess it's probably closer to the 2 kilowatt hours per mile. Even that figure is exceptional in itself. Now, another point to note, Tesla is a member of the Charin Alliance, the industry association behind the CCS standard, which is also working on a larger megawatt charging system for commercial vehicles. Charin is targeting a maximum charging rate of 3.75 megawatts for their connector, which will see pilot use in 2023, but debuts fully in 2024. Initial stations will have Tesla compatible 1 megawatt chargers. But as you can see, 3.75 megawatt is insanely fast charging. This will be able to charge trucks in a very short period of time. Now, another thing that Tesla has done is they've removed the drag coefficient of the vehicle from the website. It used to be 0.36. That might have changed after some wind tunnel testing, maybe adding mirrors, etc., etc. Don't know. We don't know the OECD anymore, but I'm sure we'll find out eventually what that is, maybe when they go on sale again. Why has Tesla removed them from being on sale? My speculation is that Tesla has decided 4680 battery cells are great. Production ramp is going slower than originally planned. I believe Tesla will very likely use their new M3P batteries in these vehicles. Why? Well, a year ago, CATL and Tesla got together and decided that CATL would build a factory for Tesla about 3 kilometers down the road from Gigafactory Shanghai, which would produce 70 gigawatt hours of batteries per year. That factory is due to be completed within the next month. And 70 gigawatt hours of batteries is a heck of a lot of batteries. It's a lot more batteries than what Tesla can currently produce of 4680 cells. Plus, the energy density of those batteries is not too far off Tesla's 4680 cells. So it would make sense in a trucking application to use LFP chemistry batteries, especially when the energy density is pretty close to the energy density of 4680 cells. Now, why would it make sense? Well, less heat for one. LFP batteries don't set themselves on fire as much. And another big reason, 3 times as many charging cycles. You can expect 3 times as many charging cycles from a lithium iron phosphate battery versus a lithium ternary battery, which is what 4680 cells are. What does this mean? Trucking industry, they're very used to having vehicles that will do more than 1 million kilometers. That's not really out of the ordinary for a truck. So Tesla, of course, will want to beat that number. How do they do that with a 4680 pack? Well, we don't know if they even can. We do know they can, though, if they install LFP batteries. Now, my opinion is Tesla will shift at least one of the variants away from 4680 cells to LFP cells, or the M3P, the new LFP battery, in order to provide that option for truckers and in order to give themselves a less likelihood of trucks coming back under warranty, because there's been battery issues or battery degradation has been greater than what people want. In my view, it makes sense. I think that's what Tesla will do. Now, if they do this, of course, the specifications of the truck will then change. The range of the truck will change. So therefore, Tesla has paused deliveries, meaning all the trucks already ordered will have 4680 cells, but new trucks going on sale again, once sales open up again, may have a different battery chemistry altogether. That's my speculation. That's my guess here. But in my view, it's the most likely and logical reason for Tesla to stop pre-orders now. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Have a great day. Bye-bye.